Good morning. So I'm actually in Grenada right now for work, but I was like, maybe I could do a little something, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, like the way my schedule is, I'm really not gonna have any free time. But I was like, if I do find some free time and I do something fun, or I could just show you guys, what the resort looks like, my hotel room looks like, let you guys know how it is traveling for work. I was like, let me just do a quick little video. I mean, it won't be long or anything exciting. Like, we not going on jet skis and stuff like that. And then also today is Easter Monday. So in case you guys are not Caribbean or you guys are not familiar with Caribbean traditional events slash holidays, but Easter Monday is a huge deal in the Caribbean. So a lot of people don't have work today, and as a result of that, like, tours are not running today. So there's not really much to do, even if I had the time to do something. But I was like, let me just make a little quick video so that you guys can see, what Grenada looks like from my perspective. I definitely plan on coming back here for a personal vacation because it is so beautiful. It's so relaxing. It's so serene. So yeah, I'm about to grab breakfast because it's after 10 and breakfast is over at 10:30. So guys, it's so beautiful outside. I have a video due tomorrow and I'm about to upload a video now. But I don't know, I feel like sometimes when I go away, I just really just want to relax and take like the time, the energy, everything in. As I mentioned before, I am planning to come back to Grenada for a personal vacation. So I feel like I'll save like all of the excursion and all of the fun for another time, just because now I really need to lock in and focus. I'm about to go away for a week for my birthday. So I just set up like my little workstation out here and it's so relaxing, especially with this view. I'll go ahead and insert a clip of the view, but it's so amazing. And even though I am traveling for work and I'm in such a beautiful location, to me right now, like end of April is always, I don't want to say always crunch time, but it's crunch time for me personally, because especially this year, because now I have like work and then I have like personal work. So I like to be the person where I'm going on vacation, like personal trips, and I know that everything back home is good. Like all of my content is ready to be uploaded. Every like deadline that I have has been met. Let me close this. But yeah, so for me, I just like going on vacation and knowing like everything that I needed to do was done and I really don't owe anything to anyone. That's just my personal preference. So right now I'm in Grenada for work. I am doing work, and I'm also about to upload a video on my YouTube channel, which I recorded, edited, and everything beforehand. I'm just like doing the thumbnail, description, etc. But yeah, so I just wanted to sit here and chat with you guys before I like 100% delve into my work. But a lot of people have asked me like, how do you travel so much with a 9-to-5 job? And when I was at my previous job, I felt like it was easier just because I had more paid time on. We had like busy periods and then non-busy periods, but right now with me doing internal audit now, like I want to say year-round is busy. It's not as busy as my previous job, but it is busy. I feel like taking time off is, I don't want to say harder now, but it's just a lot of work to do before and after you leave. So yeah, so a lot of people ask me, how do you find the time to travel with a full-time job? And for me, I would say the biggest piece of advice I have for that answer is trust. because honestly, most of these corporate America jobs, I always say, like, you only need one thing to work: internet connection, right? So you don't necessarily have to go into work or go into an office to get your work done and to produce good quality work. Based on the different work you do, you know, you have different needs versus, you know, having to physically be in the office for meetings, or having like conference calls for the majority of the time you have to speak to the company you're working for or the people you work for. So I would say the biggest thing when it comes to taking time off of work is trust, because if your team or whoever you're working with trust that you're going to get your work done, trust you're going to get it done and it's going to be right, trust that, you know, everything is going to be all well with whatever projects or work that you're working on, then I feel like when, you know, it's time for you to be like, you know, I want to take a week off of work, they'll be like, okay, fine, no problem, because I know that Kendra's a great worker. She's going to have her work done before she leaves. Her work is going to be great quality. And then when she gets back, she can get started on a new project. Versus, you know, she doesn't usually meet deadlines, or her work quality usually isn't that great. So, you know, now would not be the best time for her to go on vacation. So the first thing that I would say is to make sure that you develop a relationship that is heavy on trust with the people that you work with, the people that you work for. The next piece of advice that I would have is for you to plan your vacations around holidays. So in corporate America, the main holidays that people get off of work is usually New Year's, Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, in order. This is just an estimate. You might get more days, you might get less days. But usually what I like to do when I go on vacation is to plan around those dates. So say for instance, 4th of July falls on a Friday. So I'll go away maybe like a Thursday night and come back like a Monday. So that way all I have to do is take one day of PTO versus 2 days. So planning around vacations is always clutch, because around that time I feel like there's usually not deadlines, just because people are expecting like, okay, the holiday is here, so things are usually due before you leave or things are due after you come back. So holidays I feel like are a more typical time, or a more requested or a more suggested time for you to plan your vacations around, just because I feel like, one, nobody's really going to be checking for you because deadlines are probably before or after, and also you get to take less PTO, and who isn't here for that while you're away. So I would definitely recommend planning your trips around holidays. That's one thing that I really try to do. Another tip that I have is, if you are working in a place where you don't necessarily have to be in the office, like say for instance you get work from home days like twice a week or twice a month or whatever the case is, you can use that time to be responsible. If you are responsible, this is only for if you are responsible, you can say, you know, I'm gonna work from home Thursday, Friday. And for me, I would say to be honest with your boss and say, I know I work from home Thursday, Friday, but I plan on going to X country, X state on Wednesday night and come back Sunday night. So, you know, I'll be working remotely from wherever I'm going on vacation. Of course, with that, you want to make sure that you are working while you are away. It's not, I'm going to go to this state or this country and my job said I could work remotely and you don't get anything done, because then that messes up point number one, which was to make sure that you are building a relationship based on trust with the company or people that you're working for. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't want to scare you. So just so you guys know, I am working on bringing like different and more like, I guess, personal content to my channel. I do have a lot of trips for work coming up, and I do want to take you guys with me. I'm not going to show you guys exactly what I do, but I just want you guys to get a sense of, I would say, how you can mix what you love to do on a personal level with your 9-to-5 or your main job / source of income. Because for me, I would consider myself a content creator. I like to post videos on YouTube, pictures on Instagram, videos on Instagram, but at the same time, that's not my full-time job, and I don't think I would allow it to be my full-time job, just because I paid so much money to go to school, get a degree. I actually enjoy what I do, and yeah, I don't plan on working for somebody for the rest of my life, but I do want that aspect to be, you know, my main source of income, where I contribute most of my time to. So I do want to show you guys that it is possible to mix something that you love on a personal level with your main job, your 9 to 5. For me, I love traveling, and the job that I have right now allows me to travel a lot. So I kind of just want to display that through my content. Like, you don't have to be struggling with a 9 to 5 or a full-time job that you don't absolutely enjoy doing, and it doesn't really work with the interest that you have on a personal level. So